President Biden is on his way to Philadelphia at this hour to unveil his 2024 budget. It comes as the U.S. remains in danger of default on its loans, with no agreement in place to raise the debt ceiling. Allison Harris is live at the White House for us with what is in the president's budget plans. Allison.
Marni, we've been pouring through it. The president just left here. He didn't take any questions. President Biden is laying out his vision for 2024 with this $6.8 trillion budget, a symbolic political roadmap prioritizing protecting Social Security and Medicare, which allows the president to ramp up his attacks on Republicans who are proposing cuts to the popular programs. It also sets the stage for negotiations on the debt ceiling, as Republicans are demanding cutting spending before agreeing to raise the debt limit, which senior administration officials say today is unacceptable, saying they don't wreck the economy and let the U.S. default over politics. This budget includes a lot of the president's pre-existing wish list, what you have heard from him before, provisions like paid family leave, restoring the child tax credit, affordable health care for more Americans. It also includes a significant increase to manage the border, $800 million more dollars to hire hundreds more Border Patrol agents, more border security technology at ports of entry, and $40 million to combat fentanyl trafficking and disrupt the cartels. It also proposes a new $4.7 billion contingency fund for migrant surges at the U.S.-Mexico border. A lot of money there. Now, the Defense Department funding also prioritizes deterrence in the Indo-Pacific. It prioritizes China as America's pacing challenge, with a robust focus on deterrence against China and Russia. The White House estimates that this could lower the deficit another $3 trillion over the next decade. And it could do that because it would raise taxes on those making $400,000 a year or more. It would create a minimum tax for billionaires, and it would also increase the corporate tax rate to 28%. The White House also estimates that the federal debt will federal deficits will rack up $17 trillion over the next decade. A lot of numbers here, Marni, but the president is going to deliver these remarks on this afternoon at a union hall in Philadelphia. You can expect to hear some familiar phrases from the president, like it's time to finish the job and that this is a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America. He loves that alliterative line there, Marni.
Yeah, well, and $6.8 trillion for a budget. There's going to be a lot of numbers with a number that high. Allison, Republicans have been criticized for not providing specifics about what programs they would cut. What more are you hearing about proposals on that side?
So Republicans haven't said precisely what they would like to cut. They aren't quick to come out with their own plan, their own cohesive plan. But they do say that the president's spending is out of control and it is reckless. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says the U.S. can no longer ignore the size of its debt. House Republicans on the Budget Committee are floating some ideas. This is just one of the proposals being floated by House Republicans. They're talking about pulling back some of the money that was intended for COVID relief but has not yet been spent. They're also talking about reining in some of the fraud that we're seeing within the SNAP program, as well as fraud within those child tax credits. And they're also talking about ending President Biden's plan to cancel student debt, Marni.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.